that was taking 100% responsibility for your life and your results. So, it's like acting as if, okay? I showed you that slide from where you are to where you want to be, acting as if you are already there. And how you can do that? You can do that by taking 100% responsibility for the results you want to create, for the goals you want to achieve. So let's talk about this. What is 100% responsibility? Okay. You can't hire other people to do your push-ups for you. Can you? Nobody else,
Mm.
nobody else is going to do your push-ups for you. You need to do it by your own. Okay. So responsibility as in itself means response and ability. The ability to respond. Okay. So let's see at this, signature equation, that is E plus R equals O. What is E here? E is event, R is response, and O is outcome. All right. So when we talk about event can be any small or big event. Event can be even, anybody said something to you, right? Or anything happening around you, and it can be pleasant, it can be bad. Response is the response we give to that event, we give that to that person, we give that response to a situation, and the outcome is, a combined effect of both the things. So based on the two, you get an outcome, right? So what happens when a bad event happens? We blame the event, right? We just go and say, because of that person or because of this situation, this is happening to me. Correct? And like, if you see, can you change an event? Yes or no? Type in chat. Can you change that event? Guys, please type so I can move forward quickly.
No, you can't change the event.
Yeah, we can't change the event. We can't change the person, right? They are all uh, good. You're lucky if they change. Good if the event can change. Past cannot change, the event cannot change. But yes, if other people also learn this principle and start responding even after the event, or come back and communicate, that can have a different outcome. But event can't change. What you can change, you can't control a person, you can't change a situation, you can't control a situation, right? All you can do is, you know change the response that you can give to that event. Okay. So what we do usually, we blame the event, we do not take responsibility. And where your point of power is, your point of power is in the response. Okay. So we blame the event, but what can change here is the response, and your point of power is in the response. When you change your response, your outcome can change. Okay. So if you're not liking the outcome of one or two or multiple situations in your life right now, think about the responses you can do or you can give the next time. Okay. And it requires a little bit of work, so that you can change the outcome. And how you need to think is, basically the problem is people do not think. How you need to think is, you need to begin with the end in mind. Okay. You need to begin with the end in mind. So suppose if there is some situation which is troubling you, or there is some event that has happened and that outcome you're not liking, think of the end in mind, and then see what intuitive response you get. And then next time, respond to it differently, respond to that person differently, or to that situation differently. Okay. So we need to give up all blaming, complaining. Okay. So let's see what are the things we blame mostly. We blame economy, we blame COVID, we blame prices, taxes, president, prime minister, traffic, weather, computer system, China, Iran, India. So much is there on our list, right? Competitors, regulators, boss, manager, wife, husband, employees, board of directors, team, parents, everything actually, right? We blame everybody, right? But we never think about what is the response I can give to create a better outcome, right? Have you seen personalities who are really positive, and when they enter the room, everything changes, right? And have you seen people who are angry, and when they walk into the room, everybody gets fired up? Happens, right? It depends on the vibration you are vibrating at, and it depends upon the response people give, right? So have you understood this? Type in the chat yes. Nina, you haven't understood. Can you unmute yourself and say, speak Nina, what you have not understood?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay, you have understood. Okay, great.
Yes, yes.
Great. So we need to give up all blaming in order to take 100% responsibility for your results. Again, not for anybody else's results. Okay, it is for you. So for your results, you need to take responsibility. You need to change your responses, keeping in mind the outcome you really want. So when we complain, we already have a reference point which is better. So I just wanted to add to this that when you are complaining, understand you're complaining as if you already have a reference point. If you're complaining about something else, about, so let's say you're complaining about taxes, maybe you already have a reference point of a country who has different kind of taxes going on. You're comparing it with a better reference point. Agree or not?
Agree.
So yeah, so that means whenever we are complaining, it always means there is a better reference point and that can change. Because if it cannot change, we won't complain. Have you seen people complaining about gravity? Gravity, my God, what is this gravity? Why do we
No.
have gravity in the first place? I do not like gravity. Have you seen people complaining about gravity? If
No.
gravity was not there, I wouldn't have gone old and I wouldn't have been bending down. It is because of gravity that I am old and bending down. Have you seen people saying stuff like that? No.
No.
Why? Because we can't change it, right?
Change it.
Right? Even if we go to moon, we want gravity there, right? Because we have a good reference point of Earth, right? So understand when you are complaining, first thing you can do is you can shift your thinking to gratitude. The second thing you can think, okay, it means that I can change it. It means that there is some reference point for having that something better. When you're complaining about anything else, understand that it has a reference point. You have seen something better and you want that. So shift your mind to that better and then start focusing on what you want. Are you understanding where this slide is going now? Shift your point to that better reference point and start wanting it. Okay, I think it was okay, somebody told me vision board doesn't work. Why it doesn't work? Because even after creating a vision board, if mind is complaining and the reference point is on that I do not want, it needs to shift on the better reference point. Okay, let's move to the next. So let's take Govind. Can I take you as a volunteer?
Yes, please.
Okay. So Govind, suppose I say that, pardon me, but it's just, volunteer exercise. So suppose I say, Govind, you're a big idiot. How would you feel?
I'll try to find out why you feel that I'm an idiot.
Okay.
I'll ask you.
Very good. That's a great answer. Okay. And if I say, Govind, you have green hair, what would you feel?
I'll feel happy because right now I do not have any hair. So any hair is good. I do not have any hair.
That's a good
That's
one.
That's
Wow.
true.
You made us laugh, Govind. Okay. So see, what I'm trying to imply here is that if you say say something bad to a person, right? And if that person, like for Govind, he said, I will try to find out, right? He wouldn't feel bad, which means he will try to find out. He will deal with that, comment with care and try to analyze why that person said that. But he's not going to feel bad. Otherwise, he would have said, I would feel bad, right? There are people who will say, I will feel bad, I will feel embarrassed, right? And so there are people who have all kind of different responses to the kind of thing that they are given, right? So why is it happening is because Govind is a confident person. In my perspective, when I hear that answer, he's trying to find out, why did you say that to me? Can you please tell me? Rather than going into a shell and being sad, right? So what I'm trying to say here is his response to this event when I said that you are a big idiot was different, right? And since he will be asking me, why do you feel that I'm like that? I would have given him a response thinking, oh, sorry, I never thought like that. Or I would have said, because you did that to me. And then he would say, oh, it was done because of this. And then there will be a different outcome. We will have a discussion rather than a person who will go in the shell and think he's sad. And the outcome to him will be more or less self-esteem, more or less self-confidence. Do you think the kind of responses we give to ourselves when something happens, when something is given to us, that is the kind of response, that is the response you have under your control, right? That is the response you have under your control to create different outcomes. I would also want to find a cause. Great. So that's what. So if you want to find out, which means that you're not taking it personally. Why you're not taking it personally is because, so somewhere your response is also linked to what you are already feeling, right? If I am saying something to somebody and if that person is feeling sad, it is only meaning that that is already living in the person, right? A person who has low self-confidence and esteem will take this event very badly. Why? Because something of that sort is already established in that person. Am I right? Do you guys agree with me or not? Yes or no? So the kind of responses when we give, also please understand, when you're giving a response which is not creating a good outcome, you need to reflect, self-reflect that, see, I got, let's say I got triggered here, which means I believe in it, and how can I change it? So, these triggers will always guide you to, an understanding where you can change it. It's a means and a method for you to change that belief, which is, living inside of you. Similarly, when I say you have green hair, he said, oh, I will be great. But Nina, if I tell you, you have green hair, Nina, what would you say to me? Are you there? Okay. So whom do we pick? Kulsum, if I tell you you have green hair, what would you say?
I would say that maybe you don't have good vision, or I would not believe it.
Yeah, so
Because
see, I'll get all sorts of comments from you, right? That I am not having a good eye or a good vision, right? So you will mock at me, right? Because you know you don't have green hair, right? You know it. So knowing is believing, right? Same way with this event. Knowing is believing. When you know you are not an idiot, you will say, come on, you are a bigger one. I am not the one. You are the one, right? So if it is triggering something inside of you, change the response, change the belief, and make it like somebody telling you you have green hair. Okay, believe in yourself. And how you can do that? You can stop getting triggered or giving the same response over and over again, and creating a better outcome for yourself. Okay, so plain and simple, can you control others? No, we can't control others. So the good news is, what you can control is response. As we learned, E plus R equals O, you can control the response. And there are only 3 kinds of responses that are under your control, right? The equation is E plus R equals O. You can control the response to get a good outcome, your desired outcome. And there are only 3 kinds of responses that you can control. What are those 3? The first one is behavior. Okay, you can control your behavior. What you say and how you say it is your behavior. You can control your thoughts. How you can control your thoughts? By self-talk and by beliefs, both conscious and unconscious. By self-talk and by beliefs. And the third response is imagery. The images in the mind for future, right? We think in terms of images, right? Sometimes, mostly we think in terms of images we create for future. So these are the 3 things we can control. Okay, so we will do more on that.